if they don't block, it's lethal. No way. I think we have the mana for it. Hue. Auto pay. What the? That actually worked. Hello everybody, my name is Kyle. Thanks for stopping by to check out my video here on Arena Hacks. I love doing all kinds of fun deck, budget decks, and just sharing my ideas for playing this game and building all the different kind of decks and synergies, and I feel like I'm saying decks a lot. But anyways, I also like helping new players get started building and growing their digital collection on MTG Arena for free or very little money. So if you're into any of that, please hit the subscribe right down in the bottom corner there where I am. And as for today, Innistrad was just released yesterday. This will be coming up Friday. And I've spent yesterday playing, and I really wanted to do a wolf deck, a Gruul wolf deck, because as I was looking at spoilers and all the other cards, it was pretty obvious, and it is supposed to be a werewolf-themed expansion set. So it's pretty obvious that Gruul wolves are there's gonna be people playing around with it. So I quickly put together a deck fairly quickly and tested it out a bit. Seemed to do pretty good for a start, but I mean, we just had rotation and everything, and everybody's playing around with this new set. So we'll see how things develop as time goes on. But let's go take a look at the deck right now. All right, so here's the Gruul Wolves. Actually, that's probably what I should have named the deck instead of just Wolves. Just Wolves and Toski, the only non-wolf in here, or werewolf. Click on it. Oh, there we go. Open this up. 24 lands. We have a fairly light curve at 2.6 average. Like almost everything's in our 2-drop slot. And then we have a few in 3 and then just a few 4s. And it's pretty cool. Things actually grow. We get lots of card draw, surprising card draw. Let's just break down the deck a little bit more for you here. Inscription of Abundance, just a great removal. As I was building this deck, I'm like, geez, I don't really have a lot of removal in here. I kind of need some fight spells or something like that. So I threw an Inscription of Abundance because they're really good. They're really versatile. Sometimes when you attack in and your opponent goes to block, you can just give it 2 counters, 2+1 counters, and that lasts. And they survive combat, the blocking and everything. So it's just really versatile in which ways you can use it. Outland Liberator, how many of these do I have? I have 3 in here. I think I did start with 4. It's just not that great of a creature overall, but his ability to destroy artifacts and enchantments is just really awesome. And the fact that you get that for free when he's in his werewolf form and you attack with him, you get to shoot something down for free, like, that's pretty friggin' cool. Like, artifact or enchantment, of course. So that's basically why this guy's in here. And I did drop him from 4 to 3 because I just started thinking, like, you know, we don't really need the destroy target artifact enchantment like a lot, and he's not that great of a creature outside of that. So it's just a creature-based way of destroying enchantment. This is a creature deck, right? So when I want to destroy enchantments, it's like having a creature that does that is actually really good. It's really advantageous to us. Here's our second non-creature spell in the deck, and it makes sense. I mean, Ranger class in a wolf deck, like, duh, right? Come on. And the fact that you make your creatures grow, this is one of our main ways. If we don't find one at some point in the game, it actually gets really hard, because this is how we really help our creatures grow and get bigger. So late game, they're huge and very difficult for our opponent to deal with. Werewolf Pack Leader is just more great card draw with the pack tactics. It is an actual werewolf, even though it didn't come out in Innistrad. It is with the D&D set, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. But, so it doesn't really transform the way most of the werewolves do. This one has, if you want to call it, it's not technically transforming, but that's kind of what that 4-mana ability is. It's a human werewolf, like all the other werewolves are all human werewolves here and here, until they transform. If you look at the flip side, when they transform, he's just a werewolf. And Werewolf Pack Leader kind of works that same way. When you use that mana ability, it loses its human creature type and is just werewolf. And it also gets a little bit more powerful. Higher power and trample, toughness stays the same. So having this out there, it counts as a werewolf, counts as a wolf, well, I don't know if it counts as a wolf, but counts as a werewolf. and that's mainly our synergy is with wolves and werewolves, so it really doesn't matter which type they are. This guy's actually really cool. I wasn't too sure about having 4 of them in at first. I didn't think he was going to be that good. But if you're able to get him out on your second turn and attack third turn, he's really good if you're on the play. Because if you can actually get that attack in third turn, hopefully he survives. And even if you know he's not going to survive, he's going to be blocked and killed, you can attack anyways and get that mana from him. So this guy is actually kind of ramp in this deck in werewolf form. Now there are mana dorks and other ways to get ramp, albeit better ways to get ramp than this guy, but this guy also fits in with our werewolf synergy and fits into our deck. And he's one of the new cards, so I want to play around and see how it works and test them out. Unnatural Moonrise, I had less of these in the decks to start out off with, but then when I realized like it is really critical sometimes when we want to make it night. It's not often we want it to be day. That gets a little trickier if we actually do want it to be day, because sometimes we want Arlinn to be on, we want like Arlinn the Pack's Hope. We don't want the Moon's Fury, we want the Pack's Hope, right? So sometimes it works out that way, but usually in this deck, because we're running a lot of werewolves, we want it to be night. So our creatures are big and scary and crazy and powerful and everything, right? So Unnatural Moonrise is just really awesome when it comes to forcing it to become night. If our opponent casts too many spells during their turn or something, so it makes it day during our turn, and then, well just 2 mana, now it's night. Not to mention we get to do a whole bunch of other stuff with this, right? Until end of turn. So we also, making it night, that's just a whole, it says it's got a period right there, right? It becomes night, period, right? So also what this spell does is it allows you to target one of your creatures to give it +1/0 and trample, which is critical. And until end of turn it gets, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, right? Which is really awesome because you get that trample on it. So you attack in, get your card draw, you forced it to be night, you made it the what you want it to, the time of day you want it to be. So it's just, it's a lot more powerful than I thought it was at first glance. So I ended up increasing the power. This guy wasn't even in the deck at first. I added him in the deck a little later because of reach. Sometimes if our opponent has a lot of flying creatures and they're able to block and play control-y shenanigans, bounce back to our hand, all that nasty stuff, then they can attack in with flying and do stuff that way. And all this nasty stuff they're doing, they're preventing us from killing them because we're usually more aggressive. We're usually more of the aggressive deck unless we're against mono red. But other than that, we're usually the aggressor here. So if they can find a way to defend and build up some flying, we're kind of screwed. So we only have 2 copies of Bird Admirer in here, but you know, it can come in handy. We do draw a lot of cards, so sometimes we can just find it when we need it, and then we throw it on the battlefield. Now we got this nice reach blocker out there, and when it transforms and it's nighttime, it's like, wow, what a reach blocker that becomes. So moving on then, we have Hound Tamer. 3 mana, 3/3 trample. That's not that bad for a human werewolf. Pretty cool, I actually don't mind that at all. And you have 4 mana, you can put a counter on any creature. It's surprising how I don't really actually use it that much. I'll have the mana for it, but I'll be doing all these other things, pushing up Ranger class and stuff like that, rather than actually putting a counter on any creature. But it is a little bit of a makeshift extra thing you can do if it is late game, you haven't found any of your Ranger classes, you want to build your creatures up bigger, you have the mana, right? This is a great mana sink to do that. Here is a big player in this deck, Tovolar. Tovolar, whatever, however you pronounce that. Anyways, isn't it really cool? Look at his werewolf form. He's actually like the only werewolf that you see holding like a weapon. There's one other that has like a blade in his mouth. But this guy, he's actually wielding a sword in his werewolf form. Like, that looks really cool. I just had to stop and point that out there. Anyways, this guy's really good too because we get card draw. He's basically like sort of like a Toski, but only for werewolves, right? And wolves too. Doesn't matter, wolf or werewolf. Whenever a wolf or werewolf deals combat damage to a player, we get to draw a card, and he does that either form, whichever side he is, whichever form he is. That's an ability he always has. When he's in his human form, when it's daytime, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. Some weird glitch I've noticed here is they actually will wait and allow you to select the werewolf pack leader to transform it, but it doesn't, like, that ability is not actually transforming it. So it's not like you select it and it becomes a 5/3 and isn't a human. because they don't count that as a transform. So it's like you click on it, say, yeah, I'll transform that, and it just does nothing because it can't transform. A little bit of a weird glitch there. It doesn't actually affect the game at all. It's just a little annoying because it's like, select, no, I don't want to select. Why are you letting me select that? I can't even transform it anyways. Like, what? Anyway, so that's a little weird thing that I noticed there. But when it comes to that ability, that is super powerful. So as long as we just have basically 3 creatures, as long as one of those 3 is not Toski, then we have 3 wolves and or werewolves. And it'll always become night at the beginning of our turn. In fact, well, not at the beginning of our upkeep. The way Daybound and Nightbound works is if our opponent casts 2, if it's night and our opponent casts 2 spells, I think, I'm not sure when it is, it's like, it's at the beginning of your upkeep. Maybe it's our, I don't know, it must be the beginning of the upkeep as well. It becomes day, but then this guy triggers and makes it night. And actually there was a game where I saw it and the opponent did that. It was night. Opponent cast 2 spells. I'm like, oh no, it's become day. And I forgot about Tovolar, which I had on the field, and 3 werewolves. So I'm like, oh no, it's going to become day. My guys are going to get weaker. And it became day and then immediately switched to night right away because of Tovolar. And I was like, oh yeah, that's really awesome. That is really sick. So that's actually really powerful, that ability there. And then we got Arlinn. Toski, we all know Toski. Can't be countered, indestructible. He attacks every turn, and if he can, if able, 4 mana, 1/1, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Any creature. So he's kind of like amplifying and getting more of that effect that Tovolar has. Because, like, in a deck like this, yeah, his ability is almost exactly the same as Toski, because every creature applies to it, except for Toski. But anyways, the last real cool thing in here is Arlinn. Got one of these free with that pre-order when you get it was the Arlinn package that I got. So that was really cool. And on her Daybound side, you can actually play creatures at flash until your next turn. I don't use that too often, unless it's day, I play Arlinn, and I don't have much else to do. Sometimes, yeah, like I rarely don't even, I actually try not to do much with Arlinn. I should say Pax Hope. I shouldn't just say Arlinn, they're both Arlinn. So I don't do much with Pax Hope. I play around with Pax Hope a little bit, but not much. It's Moon's Fury that I do most of my work with. And sometimes it's hard to decide, do I want to add mana and cast extra spells? Or do I want to get an awesome at 5/5 werewolf, indestructible, trample, and haste, right? Like, and sometimes it's really cool if it's night already and it's your turn, and you have the mana to cast Arlinn. You'll cast Arlinn Moon's Fury for 4 mana because it's night, so she comes out as Moon's Fury, or she comes out and immediately transforms to Moon's Fury. And then you go 0 loyalty, no mana, no nothing, you just also 5/5 werewolf, here we go, also we're tacking in with all this stuff. Very aggro, very fun. The extra mana does also help in a pinch when you're kind of up against the wall a bit. And yeah, creating those extra wolf tokens too when you're on the Pax Hope side can really help with Tovolar and getting extra wolves on the field so that he automatically makes it nighttime at the beginning of your turn. And all the card draw in here, which here, Toski, okay, and Werewolf Pathway. Okay, so I guess that is enough. Because I was surprised when I started playing this deck and I was like, I'm drawing a lot of cards. Like, I'm drawing a lot of cards. This is crazy. And like, I've had some rough games and I just come back into it because of the card draw. So yeah, let's go take a look at some of those games and see how they go. Up against the Falcon. Ooh, Toski. A little bit of ramp, see if the opponent goes first, so we may not be able to actually use him for ramp unless we're okay with him dying. Yeah. These aren't the greatest. We can force it tonight to make this guy a little bit, to make him a 3/3. I think we'll give it a try. We do have the potential for a turn 3 Toski, so that might be worth a keep. Alright, are we even going to get a game against this guy, or is he just going to sit there the whole time? Ah, they're just sitting there, giving us a free win. Okie dokie. I have nothing to drink. I guess we tried the same plan we originally had. Here they come with a Caryatid. And yeah, we can shoot for a turn 3 Toski. Let's go for it, just for fun. Yeah, I was gonna say, I doubt they're gonna, and even if they do, we really don't care. Turn 3 Toski. Oh baby, baby. More ramp from opponent. See, this is like the best ramp we have in like the werewolf class. Like if you wanna, yeah, if you wanna keep your creatures, creature heavy deck, mostly werewolves, that's basically our ramp. He'll become a 3/3. It'll be Knight. He'll get plus, will be, that won't be enough to block. They can still block Toski. Let's do it. Let's make it Knight. And then, yeah, we'll throw it on this guy. Oh, I should have put it on Toski. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, well. Let's go green. That is a lot of card draw. Holy jeez. And we have this extra mana here, so I say we throw down this 3-drop. Now that's 2 spells, so it's going to change the day. There we go. Changes the day. But we can make it Knight again by casting this with Flashback, or we have another one in our hand here. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, they're getting a lot of big stuff though. Especially this guy's really bad for us. We have fight spells to kill him, so that's not good for us. Ooh. Okay. He becomes a 4/4. Yeah, nothing's powerful enough to, like, maybe if I give it 2 +1/+1 counters, yeah, that 10/10 is going to be a pain in the arse. How are we going to do this here? We can play another Toski maybe after combat so that we can block with an indestructible. But they'll probably just keep their guy back. We need a blocker from, like, a chump blocker. Who do we want to throw away? Ugh, nobody. Oh, this is hard to say. We can do this. No, let's not do that. Yeah, that 10/10 is pretty much brick walling us here. Well, we have to go with Toski. Anybody they block with other than this big guy. Let's just go with Toski for a turn, I guess. Attack with Toski. They're just gonna block it, of course. It really doesn't matter which one of these 2 guys they block it with. Right? So they don't take damage. Can play this. What do you call it? Kicked. We still kind of need to chump block them though. No, let's go with, I guess, this guy. We're not going to necessarily chump block with them. It might be, unless they just decide to not attack us with their Gigantosaurus, which they might not, because if they do and we can find a way to block it and deal with it, then yeah, we might just get them on the backswing. But I don't know if that's how it's going to work out. No. I think we can take 1 hit from it. Let's just go that way. Take our turn. I don't think we can do Arlinn right now. Well, we can get maybe some chump blockers with those wolves she creates. That wouldn't be bad. And how much mana would we have after that? 2, 3 if we attack with this. Alright, yeah, let's just go in with everybody. We get mana here, extra. If we kick this though, that's 5, and we'll have only 2 mana left. Who's got trample? They've all got trample except Toski, which only has 1 power, so that's cool. Another blocker to kill him. Yep. And then 1 on Toski. So yeah, I think we do use this turn. But I think we just use it as a fight spell. Because I still want to play Arlinn and make those extra wolves. So we do this. Do a fight. Make Toski, I guess, fight this one so they don't have lethal on my werewolf here. That'll allow our wolf to survive. He's giving our other guys trample too, so that's really important. It's the only reason why the pack leader has trample, why anybody's got trample right now. Man, we drew all 3 of our Unnatural Moonrises. What the F? Holy card draw. What just happened? How many cards we have? 9, so if we cast 1, we'll still have to discard. But I say we go with an Unnatural Moonrise, because we can still cast it with a flashback. We can do something here. We can add mana and play something. How many spells did we cast this turn? 2? We did cast 2 already, so it's going to change from day to night. So I was thinking we create wolf tokens. I forgot, yeah. We're not on that side. And then we'll play another guy here for blocking. Or do we go Toski for blocking? No, let's go this guy. Yeah, let's go this one. And it changes the day, just like I predicted, because we cast too many spells. But they are hanging on by a thread. They've only got 1 truly good blocker. If they attack, we just chump and then kill them. Right? So, pumping into that guy. Extra mana to put more. Ooh, they shouldn't have tapped down. Those are blockers for them. And they come in with their big one. We have to block. No choice. And now they have nothing else to block with. Yeah. I was kind of confused by that. I'm like, they just tapped all down. I think that was a starter deck, though. Like, it's like, be better if we went first, because we could get our ramp here. And then go rush our way into Arlinn, get some extra wolves if it's day, which I would think it would be day at that point. I think we have to mulligan this, though. We don't have any of our early game. Holy crap, is that way worse. Thanks, game. Wow. Thanks for punishing me for no reason. What did I ever do to you? Seriously. Except love this game forever. What have I ever done? Ooh, I really want to keep Toski. Jeez, we gotta get rid of 2 cards. These 2, I guess. We can ramp into Toski, maybe. This is... I'm actually really pissed off at how terrible those hands were. Like, this is... Like, I feel already like there's no point in even playing this game. Like, it's just... We're just gonna lose. Like, it's just... Yeah. That's how I feel right now. Like, holy jeez. And of course, they didn't mulligan. Running a control deck. Like, there's no point. This guy's gonna annihilate us. Like, I just, with that horse poop we just saw there, like, wow. Alright, it's going for some new zombie stuff, so let's stick around a bit and see what they have and what they come up with. Go with this guy still, because we do have a potential that we might be able to ramp with him, and then have an indestructible blocker for 1 turn. And then after that we have to attack with him, so, yeah. But we might get card draw out of it, hopefully catch up. That's bad, because that will kill our Toski now. That's a good blocker for them. No point in attacking. What does it do? X is the number of snowlands, right? So they have 4 right now. You only need one, -1 to kill Toski. I can't believe how unbelievably rigged though that shuffling was. Like, what a setup! Like, how terrible. Come on. Like, I just played a bunch of games with this deck against bot, then in the play queue, and now all of a sudden this. It was never this bad. And now all of a sudden, yeah, oh, apparently it is this bad. Out of the blue. What is this guy? He's just giving other wolves +1/+1 right now. I guess we just attack in with this guy, make him bigger. They'll probably take the damage, I assume. Yeah. But what I do like here is they are definitely running a new style of deck here with some new creatures. Looks like they're going for like some kind of zombie stuff. I mean, Midnight Hunt, right? Anything spooky at night is kind of what this set is all about. So werewolves is definitely the big thing, but yeah, they're big on zombies in this too. The next Innistrad set, Crimson Vow, I believe is what it's called. That's the next set coming out. It's going to be more about vampires. We got lots of vampires in that one. So yeah, there goes that big wolf. So we don't have to worry about them taking out Toski, at least unless they have another one of those guys, which would really friggin' suck. Oh, that would suck bad. Well, we can make them pretty much have to block. Well, not have to block, but we'll get card draw if it doesn't block. Let's go red just for fun, because we're probably going to get card draw here, right, with Toski. So let's see if that red mana will give us anything cool. Nope, we just play this guy. Which I'm not sure was the right move, because now we're on daytime. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, ooh, did we really want it day? I don't know if we wanted it day. Ooh. Damn, you know what I just realized? Bloodchief's Thirst, unkicked, will kill any transformed creature because the converted mana cost of a transformed creature, look up, is 0, is nothing. So that actually for 1 mana will kill a transformed creature. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. That is nuts. So they don't have any good artifacts or anything for us to destroy when we attack, but we can still do some damage. Make it night, make Toski. Yeah, and if we put a counter on Toski with the Ranger class, then they'll die if they block. So let's do that. Yeah, we'll put this on Toski. He comes night, he gets bigger. We attack with everybody. Put this on Toski. So now now we're going to draw like 3 cards though. I can't believe how terrible our start was, and it kind of feels like we're coming back. Look at the freaking card draw though, holy shite. How many wolves do I need for this to work? The beginning of your upkeep you control 3 or more wolves. This would be my 3rd wolf. No, it wouldn't. Toski's not a wolf. Can I not play that? I'm like, it's highlighted like I can play it. And the turn. Sorry, opponent. I know I'm taking a while, but it's a new set. I'm learning things. I can't believe how terrible that was at the beginning. We came back. No way. We have as we have as much cards as they do now. Do we want to push this? We can attack with everybody and use this. We can kick it. So they have this minus stuff over here. Oh, that's bad. They can do that. Sorcery, no. Want to attack? Yeah, we can afford to attack with that. We got some tricks. Let's pump them up 1, 2. Go that way. Hack tactics. I did not realize how much card draw I had in here. Block Toski, block him there. All right. Okay, how do we do this now? So we do this. We kick it faux show. 2 counters. We'll put them. I guess we have to put him here so he kills that thing. Target us for life gain. And then you can fight you. And then combined, they'll do enough damage. What is going on here? Vicious wolves and a squirrel. Like the only non-wolf or werewolf in this deck is Toski. This isn't even a creature spell, but it gives us wolves. Ooh. Is it day? It is day. So let's just go this way. Pre-combat. I don't know. It didn't really have to be pre-combat. I was gonna say, I don't know. I think this is just game. I don't even know why I cast it. I just kind of want to... I didn't get to play him. I want to show him off a little bit. He's a really good creature, too. I can't believe I came back from that. What the heck? It was so terrible. In the beginning, like, such a terrible starting hand. Wow. Anyways, moving on. Wow. All three of the Tovolars. That is terrible. It's a good creature, but we don't even have the mana to cast it. We have nothing to play for the first 3 turns. Because we can't play this either. Yeah. Man, what's with all the mulligans you've been giving me, Arena? This is sad. Alright. This is keepable now. It's not fantastic. I don't know who to throw back. Let's throw back Toski. Just because I want to play with my wolves a little bit more. You know, the new set. All about the wolves, so... Throw our non-wolf back. We do have card draw with Pack Leader. We do not have card draw with Arlinn. I thought we did. No, there really isn't. Oh, it's that... What is it? That Moonrise card? It's 2 mana. It's one red, 1 green. Sudden Moonrise or something? That one, we target our own creature. It gets +1/0 and trample. And when it deals damage, you get a card draw. Just for the end of turn, that effect lasts. Ooh. Still like some of my other little things to play. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this is better this way. Can't bump that guy up more, so I say, I guess we just attack on in, see if they block. It probably won't. Go with Hound Tamer then. Make it daytime. I kind of like these new dual color rare lands that they have here. It's bad if you get flooded with them early game because then you're playing them tapped, but then it's like, yeah, you draw into one late game and it's just like, oh, you just throw it down untapped and you get whatever mana color you need out of it. It's really nice. Okay, so probably not attacking this time, as suspected. No, because of their flying, I don't really want to play Arlinn because they're going to just attack her and kick her butt. If we can make it night somehow, that wouldn't be bad. Do I have my reach? No, I don't have my reach wolf. That sucks. I do have a couple in here with reach, just to help with that sort of thing. We still can't get pack tactics off of that, though. Unless we attack with both. Ugh. Well, we won't get pack tactics, but let's do it anyways. If they double block, they lose really good stuff. I mean, so will we. We'll lose our Pack Leader, which is really good, but we didn't cast any spells, so we made it night now, so our other werewolf here is awesome. And if we want to play Arlinn now, as long as it stays night... Oh, I just realized our opponent can cast 2 spells and make it day. That sucks. I just made it night because I kind of figured this was going to happen. Like, the day-night mechanic was going to be like, I made it night because I wanted it night, and I just realized, oh my God, if the opponent's got the mana, which they don't now, that was not a spell they just cast right there. They've only cast 1 spell, so it stays night. However, they're going to get a huge hit on us now. If they put it on Luminar, if they put it on the Aspirant and attack with Aspirant, we trade. Our Untamed Pup. They put it on there, so they're probably not attacking with Luminar. They're actually attacking with anybody. What does she become, a 5/5? Does anybody give all our other werewolves +1/+1? No. So they'd have to double block to kill something if I pump this up. Right? Yeah? No, they would, yeah, they could kill it with this here. Or do we just go in with Arlinn? Oh, this is such a tough call. Sorry, guy. There's new cards. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to play this. It deals damage to draw a card. Wolf, you can trample. Ugh. We go Arlinn? I don't know how to do this here. Well, we got artifact destruction in this guy, so maybe we just... Yeah, we'll lose our friggin' guy here. And they can just absorb it there, so we have to, I guess, play this guy. End the turn. I really want to attack. No. Let's just call it there. That 7 toughness is really hard. We could use some removal, would be nice. We can get rid of their aspirant, and then they can stop growing. That's the real thing that's really getting in our way, is the fact that they're making their stuff grow every turn. If we had a ranger class and we could make our stuff grow every turn, that'd be really nice too. On deck. I don't know if I actually want ranger class right now or how I want to do it. So this sacrifice, pay 1, sacrifice this creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment. We can do that instant speed, I think. Yeah, it's giving us the opportunity to do it now. So they're going to exile it. Might as well destroy this thing now. Because yeah, they're gonna exit. Might as well kill it so it goes in our in our graveyard instead. Oh, they had that pumped up too. It was giving a +1/+1 to everything. Yeah, we can't pay anything for X. We can give something trample though. It doesn't matter though, it's just gonna be killed by it when it gets blocked here. Yeah, kind of brick walling us. How come just let me draw what I need? Like, it's in the deck. It's there. Oh, good God, they're just praying that's game now. Jesus, this game has been brutal. I wish I could, you know, get dealt a proper hand and not have to mulligan almost every game, though. Ever since I started playing today, it's just been... Here's the worst starting hands you could ever possibly imagine. There you go. Have fun. What is it waiting for me to do? I was like, why do I do... Yeah, I want that. Finally! It's unfortunate that it's like 100 million years too late. Like, unimaginably too late. Wow. Alright, to kick it, we need all 5 mana. Yeah, I can't use this and play it unkicked, so... I can use this guy's ability and then play it unkicked. How about we just attack all in and hold it up, see how they block. But if they block this guy with their angel over here, there's not much we can do about it. Well, we can make somebody else fight. That works. Get some pack tactics from it too. More wolves, not bad. See how they block now. We gotta get rid of this angel here. I really don't see us winning this time though. This is insanely bad. A 2 mana and a 3 mana card just totally brick walling us. So, we do this now. We kick it. Everything. I want to give this guy the counters, but I want to make somebody else fight the angel. So I want to make this guy fight the angel, so he'll get the counters. We gain the life. And you... Well, that's not going to be enough anyways. Well, our guy still dies. It's enough to kill their angel. Our guy still dies. I don't know why I was thinking our guy would live. But it's okay. We gained a bunch of cards, and we killed their angel that was just going to annihilate us. Blow us right out of the water. So that's all good stuff. And now we need another Inscription of Abundance. No. Yeah, creatures aren't quite that big. They keep attacking with the Valkyrie. Then we should be able to attack around it. Or just go through their other creatures. But they might leave it back now that they don't have that other angel. Yeah, they leave it back now. What are we? We're nighttime right now. So we can play Arlinn. She'll be the wolf side, which means we can either get more mana, which would make it daytime next turn. But this guy will make it. We have enough wolves to... With this guy. Can we do both? We'll have 3 mana for Tovolar. And what, we just make Arlinn a indestructible wolf until end of turn? With trample too? Yeah, trample indestructible. Okay, let's try that. Do we go with the werewolf pack leader too? This one? We have others. We'll get a draw out of it. They'll just block it. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Get that card draw. You can pretty easily block this, the pack leader. The other two are going to be a little trickier. Like, yeah, this guy needs to block one of them. Yeah. Probably should go for the big guy because that's indestructible. Yeah, that's indestructible. Play this, becomes day. Yeah. But it will become night again. As long as all our wolves stay alive, it will become night again next turn because of Tovolar's ability. At the beginning of your upkeep, you control 3 or more wolves. He is a wolf, or werewolves. It becomes night. And all our stuff transforms. So, what is opponent doing? This has been a real tough match. I wish I would see more of the newer cards from him. I like when people play around with the new stuff. Yeah, so there goes Arlinn now. Not too surprised by that. We do have another Arlinn here. And Arlinn doesn't count as one of the... What are we doing? Oh. No. Yeah, they're asking me if I want to transform this. I tried it when I was testing against the bot. It doesn't do anything if you select it. It just doesn't work. Now, we do have trample on all our guys. We kind of have to keep the pressure on. I don't know if I play another... If Arlinn's the play, though, with their flyer. Alright, they can just keep attacking. So they'd have to block with a lot to kill this guy. So let's go with everybody except Tovolar. Oh, I would have liked to have him on the field pre-combat. Would have been nice. Alright, so how does opponent block here? Go for the bigger guy, I guess. How much can I pay for X? Only 2? Have I played any spells this turn yet? No, I haven't. Let's just leave it like that. Or no, do we want to? No, let's just leave it like that. Oh, I should have played another spell. I forgot. Tovolar makes it night if you have enough, which we do have enough wolves. As long as they don't kill one of our wolves, we would have automatically made it night again. I keep forgetting that. This is a long game. Oh my god. I know it seems like we're doing really good, but now they're really getting the combos going off, and we just do not have enough removal. And they're going to grow so big so fast, our werewolves are not going to be enough to deal with them. Like, look at these guys already, and they just played them now. And they're already 5/4s. That's 2 spells too, right? So they're going to make it day, and then Tovolar will immediately make it night again. Yeah, day, night. Well, let's go red here. We can make it night again. Yeah, I can't see us getting anywhere with this. A ranger class would have been nice. But it's all one-sided. The shuffler, man, lately it's just like, here's almost all of copies of one card, all copies of this card. It's like, can you separate them? Like, can you not do that every single game? Maybe I don't know. Don't really need to make it night, but we go for some card. Go this way, get some card draw. And then go, I guess, next. Do I want to go in with... they'll probably kill him. Let's just go that way. And what do we got? Untapped. 7 mana, so we can do +5. Should make... I just realized that if they don't block, it's lethal. No way. I think we have the mana for it. Hue. Auto pay. What the? That actually worked. Oh my god. How did we win that? Like, that was definitely our last turn. Like, look at their board. There is no way. If we didn't, like, end the game there, there was no coming back. All they needed to do was block with anything. Like, throw away one of those celestial unicorns, and they would have survived, and they could have just overpowered us from that point. Oh, wow. Oh my god, what's with these horrible dealing, like, every game today? Holy jeez, like, have I not mulliganed, like, every game? Alright. This is still not very good. Man, I can't believe how bad my opening hands have been today. Yet I've been doing alright, so... I don't know. Better get some good card draw then. Triple X low level. Alright, you running new stuff, Mr. Level or Ms. Level? Ms., whatever. I think their avatar's a female, so we'll call them a female. I wonder what my avatar is. What's this wanderer dude? Is it a person? Like, well, obviously, is it like a guy or is it a girl? Who is it? What is it? None of our 2-drops. The deck is almost entirely 2-drop. Well, we have this one, but almost entirely 2-drops. An insane amount of creatures. Yep. Yeah, there they all go. Wow. Is it one of those games where they're just going to mill everything I want to see and I see everything I don't want to see is all I draw? Is it going to be one of those games? Oh, friggin'. Yeah, there's a 2-drop on my 3rd turn, finally. You're only way freaking too late there, bud. Let's throw Tovolar down, see how it goes. Yeah, they're probably just... I should have went with this guy now that I think about it. Or this one here, the Reach guy. Now that I think about it, they're almost... Well, they didn't have instant speed removal, but I wouldn't be surprised if they came up with something now. There it is. And then, of course, we don't get a land. A land would have meant Toski. But, of course, they're milling everything we need, right? So we need another land. They're milling it. It's weird, like... You know, like, it's supposed to be a random order, so it really doesn't matter when they mill, right? Like, it's just cards. This next card could be exactly what we need, you know? But it's like, when you see everything you need get milled, and then you draw, oh my god, like that. Like, seriously, how many lands did they just hit there? And that's really what we need right now. Like, how is this game working out so perfectly? It's just every card is just totally against us. Like, I've gone up against mill decks before and had no problem. Like, they mill me like crazy, they mill half my deck out, and I still win. No problem. But then you get games like this, where it's just like, the only cards they take out of your deck are the only cards you need. That you actually need. Freaking mill decks. There's definitely a few things that I think work on Arena that wouldn't not work that well on paper. Finally, get our land. Gonna have to fight that rune crab. It's taken down our library so much already. Like, literally just the rune crab is the only thing that's milled us, I think. Yeah, and it's just done a huge job already. 13 cards in there. So I guess we go this guy then. Attack with Werewolf Pack Leader. Won't get any kind of pack tactics. They go to flunk it. So if I play a card out of my hand, that'd be 3. It would do -4. We would give it +2, which would be enough. If I really wanted to use this for removal, we can still do that before the pack leader dies. I think we do. I think that's the play. So we need to make it fight then before it dies. That was a tough decision. We give it 2 counters. It would have gotten -4, -4, but it would have been a 5/5, so it would have survived it. But then it's like, well, then they still have their mill engine, which is just driving me crazy, as you may have already detected. Great, so they get the rune crab back and play like 100 million lands somehow. No? No lands that turn. I guess there's a first time for everything, right? Now they get all their extra card draw, and here come all the other lands. Like, man, I wish I could. My decks would work out as perfect. Like the exact removal that can. The only thing, like, look at how perfectly. I'm done with this game. I'm out of here. This is just. We're never gonna win this. This is way too perfectly stacked against us. Oh, that wasn't a nice game to end on, but the rest were all pretty cool. And we're back with the post-game wrap-up, and I forgot to mention in the introduction over here the 3 copies of each of these. It's mostly because they're legendary. So getting even with the 3 copies, I kind of get frustrated sometimes. Like my opening hand, I'll have like 3 forests, 3 Tovolars and 1 other like creature, and I'm just like, what? Or it'll usually be mountains. Yeah, I usually get flooded on mountains. I wonder if this should be adjusted. I've I know there was a few games where I was like, why am I getting so many mountains all the time? And it's like my only green sources are these ones, the ones that can do red or green. So I also forgot in the introduction to mention the lands. This is mostly auto lands, and I just added these extra pathways and Rockfall Vale. Rockfall Vale is pretty cool. Usually on our first turn, since we have no 1-drops, it's okay to play it tapped. And then usually our second turn we can play something else. Like they're the only 2 of these that there are. Like the rest are all untapped. So having our second turn something untapped is usually pretty easy. And then we can cast a spell, and then from that point for the rest of the game, Rockfall Vale is an untapped land. So really cool. I could definitely go for these if you wanted. I just want to hold out. I don't have the other 2, and I just want to hold out. And we got all kinds of free packs in the Mastery, so I want to see if I can maybe pick up a few there and get them for free. Anyways, yeah. So that was the deck. I thought it was pretty cool. Some games there, I was like, this is bad. This is hopeless, and the deck just bounced back. Like, wow. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to hear. What do you think? Any improvements or whatever? New set? Lots of playing around to do. I'm excited. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, leave a comment. See you guys at the next video. Cheers.